Finally, after almost 2 years, we're going to go visit the godfather of reselling YouTube, Nick Hills. We're going to his gaff. He came to mine, yeah, like I said, nearly 2 years ago in February. Oops. We said we was going to do it soon, and then life happened. Moving happened, a toddler happened. It's been hectic, but we finally arranged a date. Saturday today, I'm going to go spend the day with Nick Hills and Andrea. I say I'm based in Essex, I'm in Braintree. They're in Norfolk now, they were in Hitchin. It's still taking just over an hour. It says on the sat nav an hour and a half, but we'll see about that. Sticking to the speed limits, of course. Yeah, I'm sure you do follow Nick and Andrea already, but I'll put the channel up here and in the description below if you don't already. I think they're on like 60,000 subscribers, which is mad. But yeah, he was one of the first guys on YouTube in the reselling space anyway, like 2013 or 14. Before I was even full-time, and they used to have a game store, like a proper brick and mortar shop, Amazon, eBay. They've had another shop in between. They're mortgage free now, which is really cool, and they've moved from like a little city in Hitchin to the outback, like in the sticks. So yeah, we'll see how they're getting on, see their gaff, see their setup, and just have a bit of fun. I'm hitting the road now so we can get there. And I'm here. Here
Hello.
is the man himself. It's good old gaff, this.
Thank you. Yes.
So basically, we're gonna just have a nose round. We're gonna see how Nick works now since moving and everything, and
You can explore the shed.
Yeah.
So come
here we
this
go.
way.
I'm very jealous of it. It's got a proper brick building.
As I just said, I think I've cleared all of Jeff's Jeff bombs.
Yeah, we're all good.
So we
Jeff
should be
bombs,
all right.
all clear.
This is lower than some of the beams in the house.
Okay.
So mind that one.
Mind your head.
Yeah. Welcome to the shed.
Wow.
This
Already jealous.
this hasn't been sorted yet. The idea was this is going to be photography bay, really nice lights all set up, but at the moment it's still work in progress really. I do some photography there, as you can see.
It's better than my current setup. Mine's like I'm in the shipping container and in the house. So
Yeah.
that's all you need though. A couple of lights. Good old newer lights.
Yeah, ideally I want some sort of permanent suspended lights over the top, maybe that I can bring down and lift up, but I just haven't given it the time. We're getting there. So this room is still kind of a mess, basically.
Yeah.
We've got cardboard storage up there, which
That's
is really
handy out the way.
Yeah, I love that storage. We have a toilet. This is a godsend, so I
toilet.
don't have to keep going in the house.
The outside toilet.
Yeah.
Old school.
That's handy.
That is very handy actually.
Yep.
Well,
So
about my storage unit, there isn't a toilet, so it's tough luck.
Yes. And this is
And
where the
here we are.
magic happens.
Wow. And you could go up high as well.
Yeah,
if you really wanted.
I could put more storage up there. I put this bit in just to take lightweight stuff. That's been really handy actually. And then I fitted this along that side.
The testing station, is it?
This is where I normally have my laptop.
Yeah.
And
All
I
the
work
battery
with it.
sizes.
These are dead ones. They need
they're dead.
recycling.
Oh, yeah, dead.
These are the ones I use. So yeah, this is pretty much it. I'm really pleased with that. I built the table. And that's
You built that?
Yeah, super handy.
Red Nose Day, anyone? Nice variety of stock.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was going to talk to you about. The Andrea situation. Obviously, she used to do clothing,
Yes.
but that doesn't look like clothing to me anymore.
No, Andrea basically doesn't touch clothing anymore. And she loves all of this stuff. So she buys endless breakable stuff.
Yeah.
Glass, like this sort of thing. She goes, oh,
cool.
this would be nice. Would you like to package that, Nick? Yeah, so mostly ceramics and
ceramics, glass.
this sort of thing she absolutely loves.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I'm packaging department.
Yep.
I mean, we can probably go show you. She's got a room in the house that's still full of stock.
Oh, yeah.
I've got three more. This is all on my backlog. There's virtually nothing left. So once I've cracked through this, I'm going to be on to Andrea.
Is this listed then or not listed?
Most of it's listed now. There's a little bit, there's odds and sods here that isn't, but pretty much everything else is listed.
Oh.
So I've
Nice
got-
links haul.
Yeah, well, those are just basically stuff that I use. The value's in the old stuff.
Oh, yeah,
I'm sure
definitely,
you're
yeah.
aware. But every now and again, I'll put 20 or 30 of those on and they still sell.
Well, empty as well.
Yeah,
Well,
just empty old Lynx cans. I think I got
Nice.
30 quid for the last little bundle.
really?
But if you
Nice.
get the early stuff, they're worth a
Yeah.
fortune.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I had one this summer actually. I think sold for like 40 quid. So what is the setup? Say you come home from a boot sale, or you do mainly jumble trails at the moment, is it? You did that again last year?
Since we moved up here, we haven't done much boot sailing. So a lot of jumble trails, and in Norfolk we found loads. Lots of jumble sales around here as well.
Cool.
Generally, the stock comes into the house, and then we'll do
stages.
Yeah.
It's a house, and then is it dumped on the table?
Yeah, pretty much, because we tend to do a haul on a Sunday. We do a Sunday live.
Of course.
And then we'll show the stuff, so it stays in the house.
Yeah.
And then on Monday, it's a case of sorting it all out. And then what's mine to deal with will come in here. And what's Andrea's will stay in the house and get dealt with.
So that's like the goods in area, is it? Like I call goods in.
Yeah.
And then once it's listed, it's...
Kind of, yeah.
Anyway.
It was, all of this was unlisted and this was listed, but most of it's done now.
Good
But
stuff.
As I was saying to you before, I've been tasking myself to deal with stuff I don't want to deal with. I don't know if you're the same, but do you have stuff you don't like dealing with?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
So I've just been grabbing stuff in a video and putting it out here. So at the moment, this is all what I'm working on. So that one's genuine, and these just aren't. They'll probably still sell.
Oh, they're not stamped at all?
No. But I got them cheap enough, so it
Oh yeah,
doesn't really matter.
they'll still sell.
Typewriter, do you still buy typewriters?
Yeah, I haven't had one for a while, but I've got a couple listed still, but there's issues, so they tend to linger, but
Yeah.
that's a nice one.
The last couple I had sold
I had one
really quick.
Quiet Writer, that rings a bell.
Yeah, that's a Remington. I haven't actually looked up what it's worth, but I think that I won't have any trouble shifting that one.
I'll be like going to America probably. I find they go like massive collectors
Do you
in
reckon?
America. Yeah,
can't
I know Tom Hanks. He's a massive typewriter collector.
Is he?
Yeah, yeah. If you look him up, he's nuts about
Have
typewriters.
you sold to him?
No,
Okay. Nice Pioneer record player, actually.
I saw that as soon as we came in.
Yeah. It's still got the price from the yard sale.
What'd you pay? £5.
Yeah.
Bargain. Pioneer as well.
Yep, it's a nice one.
Still to be tested. No.
Yeah. Now, do you know, when I plug this in,
Okay. On the
when-
spot.
when the arm comes back, it doesn't stop revolving. You have to manually turn it off. Do you know if that's right with these?
Yeah, should be right. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Until you turn it off. and it should
Unfortunately,
stop.
look, it's got a smashed...
Yeah, that tends to happen. It's normally me that does it.
Well, I can't
Being
remember.
heavy-handed.
I don't know if it was like that when I bought it or whether it's happened in the back of the car, but it's kind of
Yeah, it's
irritating.
normally me being heavy-handed, and then obviously it gets a bit brittle for age, but
Yeah. But
it's a good one.
that needs to get listed. These are cool.
Is that pewter?
Pewter, yeah. Proper antique.
Is that HC?
They've all got inscriptions, and some of them are for specific pubs. So that would have sat, well, these tankards, for example, that would have been somebody's in a pub, and it's got the inscription of the pub underneath. But it took me so long to work out what they actually said. Had these since the summer. They're still not listed.
Yeah. My one tends to be video cameras. I enjoy it, but I need the batteries, the charger. Does it record? Does it play? It's a bit of a faff, but
But do you find once they get listed, they fly out?
they sell instantly.
Yeah, exactly that.
Or pretty much instantly, yeah.
Do you deal with Lego?
No.
No?
If it's new and boxed, yes, but loose, no, I tend to stay away. Unless it's an absolute bargain. But
Well, for example, these
that would be my nightmare.
these are just figures I've pulled out of the last couple of hauls I've had.
Yeah.
And there's probably £100 worth of figures there.
Oh,
And
there
that's
you go.
like, I don't know, 10 minutes to pull out all the figures,
Yeah.
lay them out in a few bundles. I don't know, I love it.
Yeah.
Can't get enough of
We
it.
used to specialise back in the day, didn't you? Once upon a time.
There was a period of time I did nothing but Lego, and it drove me insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I struggled to do just one thing.
Well, after this video, there should be another video. We're going to do a Q&A, sit down, Q&A, ask each other questions. And that was going to be one of my questions, the latest trend with people niching. But we'll get onto that. Subscribe so you can, see that video.
Yeah.
But there is a trend coming back with niching down instead of being an everything seller. But
I find that difficult because I will still see stuff that I know there's money in.
yeah, exactly.
Because for a while we did nothing but clothing. Before I was doing YouTube, and we used to we used to rent out warehouse, and was that you or me? That was you.
Is that me? It's me.
Was it you? What you sold? What you sold?
$49.99 video player.
Nice.
Bang. Bought that Thursday. Listed it yesterday, sold today. Bang. Perfect.
If that was me, that would have sat on the shelf for 6 months. No, I would have left it.
You don't
and
like
left it,
electronics, do
and
you?
then
Too
listed
much?
it.
Yeah.
I love electronics. I just hate listing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was I going to say? When we used to rent space, we did nothing but clothing. The two of us working together, and we had a big operation doing clothing, and it drove me nuts. So I was going out the weekend, ended up still buying record players and Lego and all of this stuff.
Yeah.
And eventually Andrea said, you need to go back to being a generalist because that's what you love. But yeah, I struggled not to pick up something if I know I can make money on it.
That's what I struggle with.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so much more fun for me. Obviously, we'll get back into it in the next video, but yeah, like record player, vintage slippers, tankards, buzz.
Yep. Well, I like the fact I can go out and I have no idea what I'm going to find.
Yeah.
I've got no idea what I'm actually looking for. And then I come home with a random assortment of stuff. And sometimes it's a fail.
Yep.
Sometimes you buy something and you learn
Well, that's a nice pile down there.
not what to buy. Yeah, this is kind of by size graded boxes from bigger to smaller. And then the huge ones I showed you are up the top there.
Yep. I do like a cardboard box pile. It's
Yeah.
very satisfying.
Void fill under here. I've just bought, do you use this stuff?
I've been using that for years now, yeah, craft paper.
The boxes all come from a couple of different dumpsters we found.
I was going to say, if you've got local contacts like shops or just general people or...
Well, the one shop in the village was supplying me with cardboard, but it was a bit hit and miss. So there's a particular pet shop I go to,
Okay.
and we can fill the car
Oh, really?
just from their bins.
Oh, there you go.
And they have loads of void fill as well, so I just go there every now and again and fill up the car. That
Yeah, I
tends to work.
because I got low, and in Chelmsford I had a few places, and then now we've moved, I'm not there as often, but I'm on Facebook Marketplace for good moving boxes, but now there is, what was the shop? There's like a garden centre near us, and I could hopefully fill the car.
Yeah.
So
I found as well,
yeah,
just letting your...
save so much money, and obviously recycling and all that, so
And if you
it's ideal.
if you let friends, family, and neighbours know that you want envelopes, bubble wrap, any of that,
Oh yeah,
you'll
especially
get
like
loads.
now Amazon use the cardboard slips and that. That's good for games or
Yeah.
smaller bits and bobs.
These people save us these all the time. Whenever I
Yeah,
go,
they're the ones, yeah.
Whenever I go home, my sister or whoever will have loads of that.
Oh, I want to look at this one. Bit of Dr. Martens.
Yeah,
Are they new in box as well?
They are. They haven't sold yet, but then I've gone for. I think they're on at just under 100.
Very nice. Big size as well. Oh, they are big size.
So I've seen them sell for, I think it was 100 or beyond, but they haven't been picked off yet.
So, industrial, yeah. Steel
So
toe.
steel toes. So it's a sit and wait kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think I've got offers on, but
I think with industrial, they're more the workwear, so not as for the fashionable type.
yeah.
So if they were like different colours, made in England, whatever, but they'll still fly out, obviously.
Well, I'm holding out for the top dollar on those. This is what's left from. Do you remember I had a van load of stock? We've
Is that when you
shipped-
first moved in?
when we
quite
when we
soon
came
after?
to Norfolk. I bought ridiculous amount of stuff. It filled here pretty much, and these and those bubbles is all I've got left.
Yeah, I recognise them from your videos.
Yeah, but we did really well out of that one. Up here is the jewellery, which wasn't as good as I'd hoped. We sold about a third of it. Bought 600 pieces of Caramillan jewellery.
Oh, Caramillan as well.
Yeah, it does okay, but I would have
Is it
hoped.
I guess like costume jewellery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have hoped it had all been sold by Christmas, but we're only a third of the way through it. But you've got to try these things, right?
Oh, yeah.
You don't know when you invest how quick or not it's going to be. And then I bought a pallet load of different labels. I've only got one line left. These are round labels.
Okay.
There's loads under here. But we sold a load of it in bulk, got our money back instantly, so everything's profit now.
Yeah. So, Vic, what is the plan with this building going forwards? Because
Well, that's a very good question.
I guess you got electric. Yeah, you got electric. You got
It's
a toilet.
It's got a toilet, it's got water, it's got electric. And the plan, the reason we bought this particular house was for this building. And the plan is to convert it to an Airbnb. Yeah, we'll see. That's a
See what
longer
happens.
term plan.
Yeah.
I've kind of settled in here at the moment. But that's still the idea. We want to have an Airbnb.
Yeah.
So yeah, watch this space.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just so jealous.
It's nice.
Nice big space.
It gets cold. I've got a heater in here, but trying to heat this space is
Yeah,
almost
that's
impossible.
the only thing, yeah.
But in the summer, it was lovely. I would spend all day out here and just really enjoy
How many
it.
items does this, would you say, holds, like eBay listings wise? What are you up to with this sort of racking? And how many could you go to, do you think? before?
We never have a big inventory of listed stock. We're at about
No.
300 items at the minute.
Try and get it all in. Yeah.
But like, it depends what you're listing. If I was just doing Lego and trading cards, you could have millions of items in here. But
Exactly, yeah.
it depends. I've just shifted loads of the bulky stuff, like I had steam cleaner and all sorts. As part of this recent push, I've been focused on the bulky stuff. Have you ever had these?
Yeah, they're a pain.
Bike home trainer things. What would you...
Especially when it was in and out lockdown, they were really good.
They were so good in lockdown. I've
Yeah.
sold a couple before.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a particularly good brand, but I haven't dealt with
I haven't
that.
seen that brand, but yeah, I have had them, but I try and avoid them now because
Yeah.
obviously how awkward they are.
And I've got a
Obviously all that space, but then you could have quite a lot in that amount of space. So
Well, when I got the first van load when we moved here, it filled all the racking and all of the space under there
yeah, I remember.
and a lot of space out there.
Yeah.
And the loft was half full because that was a big Luton van full of stock. And we've shifted 95% of it. So we've been busy. It never stops.
I know, it never stops. There's always a deal to be had. Right, we've been granted permission to have a nose at Andrea's backlog.
Yes, walk this way.
Through the maze, mind the head.
I love these beams, but you do have to duck here.
Yeah.
And this is a carpet which hasn't been laid yet. Right, this could be tricky because there's a lot going on in here.
Okay.
Oh, she wasn't wrong. She said,
Oh, wow.
we've just spoken to Andrea and she said, well, you might not be able to get in. Don't break stuff.
Yep. Oh, step over. There you go, I've got an area. I'm safe if I stand here.
So I think Andrea's been trying to sort this out, but it's mid-sort, and we've also got all our Christmas presents squirreled away in here.
I just love the vintage stuff everywhere.
Yeah, it's a bit chaotic.
It's like a vintage jumble sale.
Pretty much.
They're nice, the glass pans up there.
Yeah.
They're French, aren't they?
I can't remember the brand now. Let's have a look.
Corning?
Cornish ware, is it?
Oh, not French.
Corning, that's
Corning.
it, Corning.
Nice matching set.
Yeah,
Oh, there is some clothing actually. A couple of bits of
there's a
clothing.
little bit. We still kind of dabble in the vintage. Oh, and I bought these Doctor Who's, which I've done the pictures for, and they're not listed yet. We do have some nice vintage stuff still, but not a lot. But yeah, as I was saying before, Andrea's addicted to very breakable
Things.
Look at these, for example.
I saw them. Look how I could hear how thin that was. Or yeah.
Yeah, chance glass. She has a thing for chance glass. All of this is chance glass.
I do like that actually.
But
I like the black and white one.
yeah, they're really nice. So a couple of quid
£2.
on that. They're not. It's not big money in most of it, but we find it sells really well. So,
Yeah.
But just that, for example, you'd have to obviously a load of bubble wrap and then wrap it in cardboard and then
long
float
as well.
it. Yeah, long as well. But then that'd float in a great big box. So by the time that tiny thing is done,
Yeah.
it's a massive. It's a pain in the neck, it really is. I think it's Swan, isn't it? the
Oh,
brand?
kettle. I was going to say like Swan or...
It's a Swan. Yeah, but they can go for silly money.
Really?
Yeah.
I wouldn't think to look at it. Well, I'd look at it myself, but I wouldn't think to look it up maybe.
I can't remember the numbers offhand, but check vintage Swan kettles. They're
Yeah.
good.
So what's the stuff like Andrea puts off? Like I put off camcorders, for example, or Lego if I had any. You don't like your electronics to test or list?
I don't think
So-
Andrea puts off a specific thing. Oh, apart from the clothing these days, which does get
Yeah.
left. I think, I don't want to speak for Andrea, but I think it's more that she buys more than she lists.
So is it just the volume?
Yeah. But my backlog is nearly dealt with, so I'm going to help plough through this.
Yeah.
Because of course we won't be sourcing much for the next few months because there'll be no yard sale events, which is where we've sourced most of this.
So this sort of stuff's perfect for yard sales.
Yeah,
we selling it.
we buy an awful lot of this from yard sales and charity shops still actually. Well, here's an example. It's got a charity shop sticker on it.
There you go.
£1.
£1 for all of them, is it?
I don't know. I think that's 2 lots there.
I have slightly different designs.
I had these exact bowls when I was a kid.
Oh, really?
Biltons.
Nostalgia.
Yeah. But yeah, so we have a bit of a ceramics and glass issue. But coming into winter, having a backlog isn't a bad thing.
No, exactly. I've got one myself. Manageable, not like this, but I'm hoping by the time March comes around, I've cleared it to then go again.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. We've managed to not break anything.
Not yet. Don't speak too soon. Is this the freshest stock that's come in by the door?
I think this is stock. This is fresh stock. This is Christmas presents.
Oh, don't look if you're watching.
Don't look.
If you're buying from.
Yeah, Andrea loves all of this.
What's the Ming? Is it that sells for millions or whatever?
We've not had a Ming vase yet.
No,
we're still waiting for one of them.
No. One day.
Yeah.
A whole room dedicated to stock. Again, jealous.
Well, this was my office before I moved out into the shed. Now it's full of Andrea's backlog.
So finished our Q&A. Just taking Jeff for a walk. He's doing his business. Hey Jeff. Walking up the hill.
You're really in the sticks now. No street lights.
Hey, proper. Oh no, there's Christ. Follow Christ.
Follow the star.
Huh? It's working again.
Yeah, it's working again. The cross is working. He wants to go in the pub.
He wants to go in the pub. You want to go in the pub?
Right, have you got all your stuff?
You got my stuff? Yeah, thanks for inviting me again, Nick.
Pleasure. Thanks for coming.
Your hand.
Cheers, mate.
Yeah, thanks for coming. Thanks for inviting me. Good old nose round. Bit of a Q&A, bit of a walk.
Right, still got a key.
Yeah.
You're doing a bit to camera.
Bye, Andrea.
Bye.
Thanks for the teas. Yeah, again, follow Nick's channel and Andrew's channel. I'll put them down below. And hopefully we're up again, maybe a boot sale or something, yard sale event.
We're in a very quiet village. Very quiet village. As soon as we start filming, car, cooking
dog,
off.
dishwasher.
Typical.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so I got the dishwasher.
That's right. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.